Hai, apa khabar semua? Kita jumpa lagi selepas kita dah rehat 1 bulan gitu Tak jumpa, ada yang rindu, ada pula bangsa tak baca notis. Masih tanya mana puaka. Kita berehat. So kita kembali lagi. Diharapkan anda semua sihat sejahtera kat rumah sana dan dah enjoy holiday Chinese New Year. So kami tim Puaka ni pun nak ucapkan still Chinese New Year mood kan. So happy Chinese New Year to all our Chinese friends. Tak kira lah kat mana you all berada. Sebab ada kita punya peminat daripada Malaysia, bangsa Tionghoa juga. So thank you so much. Dia cakap apa tau? Dia cakap dia nak datang Singapore nak jadi guest. This year dia nak turun. Cakap insyaAllah. Siapa nama dia saya tak tahu. Lupa. Kalau nak just email. Kalau ada rezeki, timing cantik, bolehlah jadi guest. Ada juga tamu Cina kan, cakap Melayu. Okey, seperti biasa, hari ini kita ada tamu. Kalau dulu last year kita ada kakaknya, this year kita ada adiknya. Next year kita tak tahu siapa. Mungkin dia punya family members pula. Okey, 𝗲𝗄𝗏, apa khabar?
Baik, alhamdulillah.
Okey,
sihat?
Okey, ini apa-apa pun 𝗲𝗄𝗏, nak sebelum kita start ni kan, Fiza cerita tunjuk saya tangan dia goyang-goyang. Kenapa?
I have this macam mana ya? Condition. Kalau pergi ke satu tempat yang ada sesuatu ataupun kalau berjumpa dengan orang yang ada sesuatu, walaupun kita tak tahu keadaan tu, on the way nak pergi tempat tu ataupun even one night sebelum tu kita rasa sakit-sakit, rasa macam nak muntah. Tapi dalam perjalanan tu, dia akan dalam Grab tu ataupun dalam perjalanan walaupun dalam MRT ke apa, akan rasa mabuk dan rasa macam nak muntah, rasa macam terhuyung-hayang, rasa heart palpitation dan menggetar. So sampai tu kena muntah dulu, lepas tu calm down, then okay. Tapi sekarang ni pun masih...
Tapi belum muntah lagi lah?
Belum. Tadi pasal tak boleh masuk toilet, nak kena kunci. So tahan je lah.
Jangan muntah, insyaAllah okay. Tapi tim, bila dia cakap nak datang ke orang tu ada sesuatu ke tempat sesuatu yang meletak. So macam mana ni? Takut juga adakah tempat ni sesuatu ataupun saya ada sesuatu. Jangan macam-macam.
Dia tak akan tahu. Dia tak macam, I won't specifically know whether it's the person or the place until macam a few instances. Like for example, there's this
30 minutes later.
For example, there's this one person that I will have this effect on. Tapi the first time tu macam tak tahulah ya ke orang ni kan. Tapi dah beberapa kali benda tu repetitif dan tempat-tempat lain pun asalkan jumpa orang ni akan rasa macam ni. Then I know this is the person. Ataupun nanti macam if I have a dream about the person, then I know rupanya dia ni. Tapi on that instant itself I tak akan tahulah. I just know that something's not right lah.
Tunggu masa
dia kena tunggu masa.
So tunggu masa pula tengok tunggu masa. Ni 𝗲𝗏 ni semua kan sebenarnya dia pun dalam penggambaran drama Bidadari. Bidadari tak lama lagi akan ke udara. You all boleh tengok kat Suria dan juga Mi Watch bulan Februari ni. Bila saya tak tahu. Tengok je lah, mendapat info lagi. Ke saya tak nak ambil tahu begitu. Okey, macam mana? Bercerita sikit pasal Bidadari, sikit je watak awak apa.
Bidadari kita syuting sama. Tapi kita mesti tak banyak.
Belum lagi. Skrip masih ini tengah tulis.
So 𝗲𝗏 punya watak is 𝗧𝗺𝗶𝗁 punya love interest.
Okay.
I tak tahu kerja sebagai apa pasal tak tulis kat situ. Tapi kirakan 𝗧𝗺𝗶𝗁 and you and siapa lagi satu? Sani Hussein ada lead actors dekat situ. So 𝗧𝗺𝗶𝗁 dia punya watak is dia macam very nervous and shy person. So I'm as the girlfriend lebih kenal diri dia daripada diri dia sendiri dan help him through the process lah. So the story is about rahsia dan terkubur perasaan dan terbendam. So kita keluarkan dia punya secrets.
Betul. Sebab Bidadari memang kat kubur Bidadari tu. Jadi kata orang tu tempat tu macam tempat di mana kita terputusnya tali silaturahim dan terjalin satu silaturahim.
InsyaAllah.
Kan?
Syewah.
Nampak semua. Jadi pergi dating kat kubur jom.
Dating kat kubur.
Okay. Sebelum kita start cerita tu baru sikit-sikit. Kita kasih introduction, datang sini gini-gini. Tu kat sebelah tu apa? Bawa
Tiba-tiba
saka.
kan macam
Bawa saka sebelah tu apa?
Janganlah ikut. Okay, so this is my product. It's called 𝗧𝗺𝗃𝗃.
Slurp.
So selalunya you all kasih hadiah kepada guest kan. Hari kita terbalik lah. Kita kasih kepada you lah.
Okay.
So this one is for you.
Okay, thank you.
It's made of gum Arabic dengan cocoa. Jadi it's a healthier choice punya drink if you compare to all the chocolate beverages lah. Kurang gula. Gula is from kurma and it's sesuai for all ages. And we also have come up with this is the drink yang you boleh beli buat sendiri kat rumah. Tapi we also came up with the new one. It was launched on 15 January with a collaboration with Sweet Tooth Infusion. So kalau you all nak dapatkan, there's the bubble tea version, there's the hot coffee version. So society is drinking the bubble tea version. And it's vegan. Okay, semua all 100% natural punya ingredients and healthy. So it's called Oatly Slurps. Okay, so kita tambah oats milk. Yes, sedap. Okay.
Tertelan pun dia.
Tertelan biji dia.
Kalau siapa ikut saya, macam Instagram saya kan buat oatmeal kan. Then you can mix a bit macam tahu 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoon, apa gitu, tablespoon kan. Mix.
So untuk like for example during Ramadan I will always have this as my sahur and my buka puasa and make oats lah kalau I pernah buat oats dengan this one as a so healthy version lah. Siapa yang nak healthy lifestyle sekarang pasal Ramadan sakit kan. So,
thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Ni email dia tak tukar begini apa? Kat mana?
Follow my Instagram and also the Instagram for this is 𝗧𝗺𝗃𝗺𝗵 dekat IG. And for the drinks that you guys can get, it is delivered worldwide. Dahsyat worldwide.
InsyaAllah, mana tahu mulut masin worldwide.
InsyaAllah, Amin. The drinks are delivered island-wide, so you can get it from Sweet Tooth Infusion. Okay, ask for Oatly Slurps. InsyaAllah. Okay.
Sekarang kita cerita hantu. Bukan cerita seram.
Cerita seram kan? Ni cerita seram. Okay. Ever kan, when I wanted to come here, I was like fikir, yang mana satu cerita aku nak cerita ni kan? Sebab one thing, kita tak nak mengairkan diri sendiri. Another thing, kita tak nak cerita yang macam terlampau pelik until orang kata biar betul. So,
tak apa, boleh cerita juga. Boleh, sebab ada yang memang ada orang cerita betul tapi diorang cakap bedek lah ni, mesti diorang reka-reka. Tapi tu terpulang pada masing-masing. Kita cerita dari segi kita punya pengalaman kita. Okay. Kan?
So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, so kita cerita seram dulu dah. Okay. I think daripada actually I can see things. So the first time yang I kecil, I clearly nampak was when I think I was about 6-7 years old. My family sebelah my mum are Malaysians. So my grandparents live in Negeri Sembilan, Taman Rashidah Utama. So we go. Yes, that song is made for my aunt. Yeah. Bob kumpulan itu Bob, right? He wrote the song because dia was in like with my auntie. So he wrote the song Taman Rashidah Utama. It's about
2022 baru kita tahu cerita dia.
Yeah.
So tersenyum baru tak lama lagi nyanyi.
So that house tu kita akan visit once in a while lah because my grandparents and my aunties, my last 4 aunties and uncles yang younger ones are living there. So there was this one day that me and my family semua pergi, tapi my dad tak pergi dulu because he had work to do. So when there's this one room that we will always stay in lah when kita kat situ. There will be one big katil and then that's where my parents will sleep and kita orang adik-beradik 4 orang akan tidur kat floor. So yang tempat kita tidur tu depan kita is toilet. So pintu toilet tu dia tertutup setengah dan my mum biarkan buka lampu sikit. So we were all lying down macam kaki facing the toilet. Yeah. So I had like a bad dream where yang kita rasa macam kita dah jatuh macam tu. Right. So when I woke up, I saw a lembaga hitam really just move past macam tu. And so it's clear because cahaya pintu toilet tu ada and it was like just walking forward, lepas tu dia hilang. So I terperanjat. Then sekejap tu ada dengar bunyi taksi atau kereta kat bawah. And this was about 2 in the morning lah, after 12 midnight macam tu lah. Pasal kita orang semua dah tidur, everybody dah tidur. Then ada dengar bunyi kereta masuk dekat depan tu, and then kereta horn, because rumah dia is a landed property, so you have to horn lah, and to make sure somebody opens the gate, right? So then rumah dulu dia ada macam dekat tempat bawah tingkap tu, dia ada macam lubang-lubang for air ventilation.
Betul.
So you can just peep down there, you can see lah. So I baru nampak lembaga tu. So I was like, kat bawah pun ada lembaga hitam juga. Saya tengok, apa benda ni? Because I haven't got my bearing tau. So tengok, okay, it's my dad baru sampai. Okay. So when he came in, I told him what happened, and they just like brush it off lah. Kata mungkin kau mimpi kot, kau tak tahu, maybe you were still dreaming. Okay, so there were a few instances like this lah. But that was that one instance, pasal rumah kat Taman Rashidah Utama tu depan tu hutan. And Malaysia kan, so Malaysia lebih banyak tempat kawasan-kawasan yang jin boleh duduk lah. Not that kita kat sini tak ada. Yeah. So that was the first few instances that I realised that I boleh nampak lah, or I'm more sensitive to it. But there were other instances that then after that macam kita tolak lah, kita kata, ya Allah, aku tak nak tengok. Then when I was, I think it's around 2008. If 2008, I'm around 23, 24 macam tu. That was the triggering moment for me where everybody pula, everything start all over again. Dia macam awaken my feeling, senses again. So during that time, me and my family in Singapore sebelah my father, we all suka pergi piknik. Okay. So time tu West Coast Park was like the happening place. So my family all ramai-ramai dengan cousins and pakcik-pakcik semua pergi kat West Coast Park time tu. And West Coast Park dia ada this spider punya,
yang macam spider web macam West Coast
West Coast Park. Okay.
Dia macam kat Pasir Ris.
Dia macam kat Pasir Ris. Dan tu West Coast Park ada macam tu. So dia macam by the beach tau West Coast Park ni.
Yalah, Pasir Ris pun
tak pernah.
Tu pun orang cakap kepala penanggal terbang kat situ juga. Tak tahulah.
Okay. So kita orang bawa lah my cousins yang kecil-kecil semua pergi playground. Then after that we decided, okay, dah nak maghrib. So kita bawa yang kecil-kecil tu balik to the place where we were camping. There were tentage and everything. So then after that kita orang yang besar-besar ni kata, okay lah, cepat lah, pasal tadi kita orang tak boleh naik atas pasal ada yang kecil-kecil kan. So kita orang cepat, so we ran, and then kita saja nak naik kat atas tu, kita ambil selfie apa semua. Then lepas tu I yang cakap tau, okay, dah nak masuk maghrib dah ni, so let's walk back. Tak mau lambat, nanti mami daddy semua marah lah. So I was like just brisk walking back, and I was not wearing my slippers. Then I was holding my slippers. I jalan macam biasa je, not even running anything. Then on my right leg, bila dah nak dekat dah sampai tu my family members kat situ, I rasa macam I terpijak batu tajam tau on my right leg, and right like this. But so I macam fall lah, macam aduh macam tu Bila I tengok ke bawah, tak ada batu pun. So I was like, aku pijak apa sih? Macam tu. Then I could already sense something happen. So I was limping back, and you know kalau you terpijak batu pun, if it's a pebble or anything, right, it will not hurt that much until you will limp. Unless you are running, the impact is strong. Tapi this one was I was just brisk walking. So whenever these kind of things happen, I will always tell my dad lah. I said, warn him lah. So bila dah sampai tu, I limping kan, I cakap, I dah masuk dalam tent, I relax sekejap, I breathe and baca ayat kursi and everything. And then after that, I call my dad. I say, Daddy, jangan sini sekejap. Tadi kan orang gini-gini explain. Then my dad will read something for me, and then dia kata, tak apalah, it's okay, insyaAllah. Tak apa-apa. So, okay lah. But it took me about half an hour before that pain disappeared.
Terpijak batu, rasa sakit, nak timpang-timpang, tapi bila tengok nothing tak ada apa-apa.
So the next day, I notice dekat buku lali I pijak kat sini kan, tapi kat buku lali kat tepi ni ada 3 dot blue black, and it's like small dots. I was like kat tepi sini, I was like, kenapa? ada lebam kat situ bila yang aku pijak kat tapak. So it doesn't make sense. So I rasa macam okay.
Macam buat marking
Macam ni ada benda tak kena ni. But so far I was like okay, then I check myself, so far kau okay tak? Kau okay, cuma rasa penat and all that. So during that time I was teaching tuition and I was working in the morning tu I akan buat ni theatrics, my school shows. So we wake up like early morning 6 o'clock, then lepas tu habis dalam afternoon around 3 and 4 macam tu baru balik dah penat, rehat dulu. Most of the time I will like reach around 6 o'clock, shower, then I will rest dulu, then I have to go tuition right after maghrib. So I will always tell my family and my mom untuk kejut I kalau I terlajak tidur untuk solat ataupun because I need to go for tuition lah. So that day I was just so exhausted. I don't know why. I pun perasan, I said to myself, kenapa kau penat sangat ni kan? Tapi tak apalah, rehat je lah, you know. And kalau nak cancel tuition pun cancel lah, dah penat sangat. And then dengan azan maghrib, so I was half awake and half asleep dengan azan maghrib. And then everybody outside of in the living room, I was in my bedroom, right? In the living room tu, semua orang tengah buka TV kuat-kuat dan ketawa kuat-kuat, and I became so angry. I became so angry until I rasa macam first dalam hati terus fikir, kenapa tak kejut bangun ni, tahu kan nak pergi tuition kan, tu dah maghrib kan, tahu kan nak kena sembahyang apa semua kan. Lepas tu dalam hati cakap bukan nak sembahyang, lepas tu ketawa kuat-kuat TV maghrib, dalam hati macam tu tau. Lepas tu I even bayangkan yang I nak lari keluar, nak angkat TV tu, smash it. Then those were one thoughts. And then at the same time dalam hati I cakap, Eva, kau marah sangat kenapa? Relax lah, kau kan penat. It's okay lah diorang tak kejut pun, mungkin diorang tahu kau penat. Why are you so angry? And then I still have this anger punya thoughts, and then I cakap okay, something's not right. So I baca ayat kursi, dan tiba-tiba my tangan jadi keras macam ni, and then dia menggigil, and then dia start to like cannot control. And this has never ever happened to me before.
Habis macam itu your family member nampak?
Tak, I was alone in my room. And then I tried to control lah. It was so scary because it's the first time kan. Jadi benda yang satu yang you tak pernah jadi pada you jadi panic lah. So I was like, and then I heard my dad going out. And then first I macam, okay macam mana ni Eva? Kau nak panggil daddy ke tak? Lepas tu tak apa, try baca ayat kursi lagi, see whether dia reda. But then tak juga. So my dad really left. Then I cakap, Mami, suruh daddy balik. Kata, kenapa? I said, suruh daddy balik lah. I macam tu. Then dia kata, kenapa ni? I said, then I think they came in and they saw that my hands were like that uncontrollably. And then I said, he knows what's going on. I told him lah. So then they called my dad and my dad hurried back. And then during that time, dia dah semakin teruk. Dia bilang, okay ni menggigil sendiri. So at first it was scary, and I said, okay, cari orang berubat. Because why? I've already read ayat kursi and then my dad already baca something, but we don't know how to handle this. So I said, let's call somebody who knows. But while I was saying that, and my dad was like, nak cari siapa? Pasal tak pernah happen kan? We don't have a contact like. So I try lah, tanya lah siapa-siapa kan. So got this one ustaz, I don't remember who. Finally we got him, and he said that he will come in 1 hour. And during that time, I dah cool down sikit and the thing was well contained. And I realised that macam, benda ni, kalau aku tak kasih dia gerak, maknanya I control, dia tak boleh gerak. So I said, okay, so that means I'm still in control. So I went to the toilet and ambil wuduk, which was very difficult because it was trying to control my movement. And then I solat. With a lot of struggle lah, solat maghrib. But it made me more confident. That means macam, apa-apa pun aku masih in control. Because yang seram dia kalau kau kena rasuk, right? So I'm glad that means that thing is not fully inside me. It was just around je. So I was like, okay. So dah habis solat tu, because bila I nak angkat tangan macam ni pun dia macam control, so I have to like
rasa berat.
Rasa berat because it's pushing down, tak kasih. But I was like, tapi I am still stronger than it. So macam I dah start tak takut. So then I went and sit outside while waiting for the ustaz to come, right? Bila I duduk ni, dia akan naikkan tangan I. Macam tu, dia nak tunjuk macam-macam, dia nak gerak macam tu kan. So I control, bila I control, dia pergi kat muka. Muka nanti denyut macam tu. Lepas tu muka jadi macam, mata jadi denyut. I said, kau nampak tak? Macam that time my older sister was there. My younger sister cakap, kau nampak tak? Kata, nampak. Tu nanti muka jadi sengit sebelah. When I control this side, it will go here. When I control this side. And at that time, so I was just like learning and discovering what was happening lah. And this thing was talking to me. I can hear that what it was saying. So dia cakap, dia macam was-was lah kan. So dia cakap macam, kau tahu nanti yang ustaz datang ni pun, kau percaya dia sangat ke? Dia sama je macam aku. Cakap macam tu. I said, diamlah, kau cakap macam ni pasal kau takut. I said, kau takut. And then kau sengaja nak kasih aku tak yakin pada orang ni. I said, then it said to me, kau nak yakin ke tak yakin tu kau punya pasal, tapi aku cakap dengan kau ni, dia akan datang, dia akan ambil duit kau je, lepas tu kau tak baik pun.
Macam gitu
Dia cakap, dia akan cuba teka aku ni apa, dan cuba baca ayat-ayat, bacaan dia pun belum tahu betul pun, dan aku tak akan keluar. Aku akan pretend macam aku keluar, tapi dia tak boleh kasih aku keluar. Macam, kau apa sih? Kan? Why are you telling me this thing? I say, tak apalah. You can say whatever you want to say.
Jadi bila try communicate tu macam dalam hati dengan hati.
Dalam hati-hati,
okay.
I said, you can say whatever it is you want to say, but kita tengok nanti siapa menang. I said macam tu. So when the ustaz came, I can feel its kesombongan. Ataupun dia punya tak selesa ke. I can feel what it feels. So dia macam rasa macam action lah bila kata sebelum ustaz tu datang, sebelum tekan doorbell, dia kata dia dah sampai. So I know dia dah sampai. So I say, oh okay. Bila ustaz tu masuk, dia kata, kau tengok dia macam, dia pun nervous, bukan tahu apa-apa pun. Dia cakap macam tu. Nah, kau yang nervous lah. Dalam hati pasal shut up, okay. So dia dah baca, dia tanya what happened. So I explain to you exactly the same macam I explain to you tadi, apa yang jadi. And then dia tanya, has this happened before? I say, no, this is the first time. Then dia baca. Benda tu gelak je dalam hati. The thing was laughing. I said, then dalam hati saya, kenapa kau ketawa? Dia cakap, you can feel what I feel, right? Do you feel that I'm hurt by dia punya bacaan? Macam sikit je, dia macam kena cubit je. And I was like, wow, what is this? What's happening? And then after that, the ustaz pun macam confident kena pretend lah. Dia pun rasa macam, nampak muka dia macam, what's wrong? Kan? Tapi dia kata, tak apalah, nanti saya kasih air, ni air yasin, minum, mandi, macam ni, make sure air tu kena semua tempat, lepas tu nanti kita tengok besok lusa macam mana. So dah habis tu, bila dah kasih air yasin tu, nak kena tuang kat baldi, dan mandi tu, dia kata nak kena make sure setiap area kena. Kalau contoh you siram sekali tu, tapi muka tak kena, that means something is wrong. Something like that lah. So bila dah mandi tu pun, benda ni cakap, alah, kena tak kena pun aku okay je. Asyik dalam hati
ketawa pula.
Tapi it's okay. It's like, it was my first time and I don't understand it. And macam, kenapa kau confident sangat? Kenapa, who are you? You know? And what's going on? Why are you communicating with me this way? Why do I know how you feel? And stuff like this lah. Then, so that was the starting point of me being able to sense and nampak semua balik. It's as if my third eye was like open, or my sixth sense was like open balik, and it was so scary. And during that time, a lot of things just flood in. And it was a span of over 10 years. I cuba berubat, pergi macam-macam tempat berubat. Tempat yang Allah selalu kasih kita tempat yang salah dulu.
Yalah, kadang-kadang gitu. Ada orang macam cakap apa tau, dia kena pergi one big round baru jumpa the real one.
Correct. And it was a 10 years more pay process. Yeah.
Wow.
And during that 10 years, macam-macam lah.
Go ahead.
Macam-macam I belajar. So the first, after that one ustaz, I got a contact for this one group. One ustaz, time tu dia tinggal dekat Choa Chu Kang. And dia macam tempat berubat tau, rumah dia. So every Tuesday and Thursday kalau tak silap, dia akan buat, on Thursday dia akan baca Yasin, and after baca Yasin dia akan baikkan ramai orang. So ramai orang akan datang kat rumah dia, and dia ada a few healers yang dulu they were also sick and then they became a medium and they start healing people. So it was a bit dodgy and cult-ish lah. But kita desperate. Bila kita sakit and kita don't know things, right, kita nak cari whatever yang boleh ubatkan kita.
Right.
So although in my heart, so this thing when I wanted to go, right, this thing when you said, Eva, tempat ni tak betul. I say again lah, of course you don't want to get out, that's why tempat mana pun tak betul lah kan. Of course I want to listen to you. Dia kata, trust me, you will feel it yourself, tempat ni tak betul. Tapi kau pergilah, kalau kau degil kau pergilah. So I went with my mom and dad. I went there for a month. Every week tu pasal kita, Masya Allah, baca Yasin every Thursday. Daripada tak pernah baca, my parents and all that, then we start to practice it. So I was like, oh, it must be Masya Allah. But the dodgy part is afterwards where people will flock and then yang ni berubat, habis tu yang ni berubat, yang sini berubat. Lepas tu nanti ada yang macam challenge each other tau. So, and then they will berubat, like they will become a medium and then they will masukkan benda tu and then they will fight. Try to and then talk to this person and keluarkan. At first it felt interesting and macam, oh ya ke keluar. Tapi this thing, right, cakap, aku masih ada kat sini pun. Cakap macam tu. And dia kata, kau nak tengok on the first day and second onwards lah, dia slowly taught me lah. Cakap, kau nak tengok tak sebenarnya apa ada pada semua ni. Ya, diorang baca Yasin, tapi kemudian tu diorang buat benda yang ni syirik tau. Dia cakap kat I tau. Dan I was like, kenapa kau bagi aku tahu semua benda ni kan? You're so weird kan. Then dia kata, kau nak tengok tak yang dia punya leader tu, ustaz tu, yang dia kata ada wali lah sebelah dia, apa tu semua. Sebenarnya kalau kau buka mata kau buka sarban yang kat atas kepala tu, kau nampak tanduk. Dia cakap dengan macam tu. Okay, dia kata sekarang ni kau fokus, kau tengok, kau boleh nampak kan? Kau tengok betul-betul siapa kat belakang dia. So really I nampak like macam what that whole house became filled with all these different levels of jin. Ada yang besar, ada yang kecil, ada ifrit kat situ. And I sense that, tapi I macam, okay, so how do I get out of this? Like, I did after 1 month, I told my dad lah, I said, Daddy, it feels so weird lah. Kita tak baik-baik pun. Atau kita tengok yang kakak tu, they say that kakak tu dah berubat kat situ dah lama, tapi kenapa dia asyik masih sakit lagi. Kenapa tak baik-baik kan? So it doesn't make sense. Saya cakap, it's too weird. Saya cakap, let's go out of this. And I didn't want to tell my dad and my mom. Cakap, jin ni cakap dengan I that, and allow me to see what's there lah. Because how this whole experience, right, I'm the only one can hear, I'm the only one who can see. And sometimes I pun rasa macam aku gila ke?
Takut nanti orang bila dengar macam tak percaya, nanti kau ni sakit lah. Kan?
Betul. And it lasts for 10 years and it came to a point where I really thought I was crazy. I didn't know what's true and what's not, because I am the one who is experiencing this by myself and there's no bukti of its existence. Okay? So that was one experience of going to the wrong place. And there were many other of these instances. But Alhamdulillah, I think when Allah tunjuk kita tempat yang salah tu dulu, jadi kita akan kenal mana yang betul kemudian ni. Tapi nak cari yang betul pun, it's very few sadly. Betul. Very few.
So bila last tu macam mana? Baik, tak baik ke masih?
I would say
still ada communication dengan dia, kata macam dah hilang lah, macam dah tak sangat lah.
Okay, with this one, the one that has been communicating with me, it took 10 years for us to discover what it was and then for it to disappear. But once in a while, I know dia macam singgah jenguk macam tu. So and with this one thing, dia macam jadi macam a long-term relationship that was weird and not meant to be.
I think I don't know nanti kalau dah siapa-siapa yang ada mungkin experience macam ni, diri sendiri kena kuat and fight. Still fight. Jangan mengalah mungkin. Kalau mengalah, that's why dia macam selalu mencuba.
Yes.
Kalau nak kita ni manusia ada ups and downs.
Yes.
Kalau you tengah sedih ke, tengah apa ke, tengah gaduh dengan matai ke, dengan suami isteri ke, I think tu masanya untuk dia masuk balik. Mungkin akan datang.
Ya, mungkin.
So sekarang tengok kat belakang dia ni ada apa?
Kat belakang kamera tak ada orang.
Puaka.
Assalamualaikum guys, Kak Long in the house. So tadi cerita seram tak? Seram jugalah Okay, you all di sana mesti dengarkan pasal executive condo kat sana ada, sini ada. Executive condo ni kan ibarat cendawan tumbuh lepas hujan. Habis bila developer launch ibarat goreng pisang panas. Okay, ramai yang akan terpusu-pusu nak beli rumah executive condo sebab harganya ialah 20% lagi rendah daripada rumah-rumah private yang lain. So, hari ni Kak Long nak share good news. Okay, setelah menanti-nanti 7 tahun, akhirnya ada isi yang akan datang di Yishun. Kalau you nak tahu harganya macam mana ataupun you tahu sama ada you all boleh beli atau tidak, jangan lupa hubungi kami, The Tech Team 8774-1551. Jangan lepaskan peluang ni, okay? Jumpa lagi. Bye.
But it's an interesting experience and macam from that process, at first daripada takut, jadi berani. Now, I would say Alhamdulillah that if anything happens, I am not macam dah tak panik and then I can macam dengan tenangnya handle the situation.
Ya, betul.
Yeah.
So tu cerita US begini. Pernah tak pergi shooting ke apa, you macam nampak something, kakak apa,
shooting
holiday ke?
Shooting so far because I always tak ambil cerita-cerita hantu. I never take. There was only this one time I took cerita hantu and I was in Singapore.
Cerita apa tu?
They were supposed to do a Pontianak. No, not Pontianak.
Is it Mr. Jam 12?
No.
Bukan
No. I buat dengan siapa lah itu. But they only did a pilot during that time. So that was the only one that I took. But other than that, I will make sure that I tak ambil cerita hantu. Sebab I'm very sensitive kan, so I tak nak. Nanti lepas tu sakit.
Oh yeah.
But so most of the time I do not experience seeing stuff dekat tempat shoot. Except for this one time I was shooting with Sharnas and we were shooting dekat Sekinchan.
Okay.
This area, there was this rumah kampung and I don't know why bila I sampai situ, so sometimes when there are bad things, I will feel heavy.
Okay.
But there was this one time that I felt light. I was like, apa benda yang aku rasa ni? And so this is not scary, this is nice. I think it's nice, Allahualam. I find that it's nice. Bila I masuk kat situ, I rasa macam tempat ni ada tempat lain. Macam dia kampung bunian tau. And bila kita tengah shooting tu, I nampak macam slices of light walking around. Kan kalau kita tengok cerita Lord of the Rings, lepas tu nampak yang dunia elves kan, where they are bright kan. So ni macam slices of light dia akan lalu. And dia tak ganggu langsung So macam, wow, this is my first time experiencing this tak selalu experience benda macam berat je, seram je kan. But it was a Masya Allah punya experience. But when I live in KL for about 7-8 years on my own, and when I moved there, I rented a room. So I was living together with this young couple. So they rented me like a really small room where I was living off my luggage. Mira pun pakai laptop je untuk cermin. Bila I pergi kat rumah tu, sentiasa I tak boleh tidur and I feel that the room is so heavy and I'm always so depressed and I always tak boleh tidur. Tapi diorang ada 2 ke 3 ekor kucing. So I was fikir, kalau kucing kan nanti diorang boleh sense kan, and they want to avoid the place where it's got problems, right? So, tapi kucing tu setiap pagi dia akan scratch my door and want to come in. Even at night pun nanti dia tak kacau owner dia akan scratch at my door to come in. Tapi because they were not clean, the owner did not keep the cats clean.
Okay.
So I tak kasih masuk dalam bilik lah, pasal I nak solat nanti najis diorang kan. So I stayed with them for I bertahan about 1 year plus lah macam tu. Because I couldn't afford going to another place and it was all new and all that kan. Slowly, I akan tidur, I have nightmares and all that. Then I was like, what's here? I keep asking, okay, apa yang ada kat sini, apa yang ada kat sini, but I cannot see. Or I cannot even have a sense. Then slowly, I noticed that the walls on my room start to have like macam binatang kecil-kecil, macam anai-anai, crawling all over and every single wall.
Bukan imagination
Bukan, memang betul ada. So at first I thought it was imagination, tapi ni betul-betul ada.
Okay.
I was like, what's wrong ni? Kenapa jadi macam ni? And every time I nak balik after shoot kan, I feel like kat luar tu lagi tenang daripada kat rumah tu. So I kept asking, Ya Allah, tunjukkan what's going on and all that. And then finally when Allah tunjukkan, the couple went to balik kampung. Kampung dia kat Johor, time tu dia balik Johor. So it was me alone kat rumah tu. And I would clean the house and all that. So I wanted to clean, so I buka the service balcony which is behind the kitchen. And service balcony ni kat sini tingkap bilik I. And so service balcony betul-betul dengan tingkap bilik. I have that one tingkap sahaja and it's near the service balcony. So I opened that service balcony and I saw plastics banyak, like over 30-50 bags of the cat litter.
Dia tak buang tu?
Dia tak buang. Dah lah selalu dia tak buang benda tu. Walaupun macam dah lama dia kasih betul-betul penuh, sampaikan kucing tu dia akan nampak tu dia macam jenjek-jenjek nak, pasal dia pun geli. Tu nanti bila dia orang dah buang, dah berak kan, nanti dia orang punya tapak kaki tu adalah semua kena najis, ada nampak banyak tapak kaki. That's why and then like during that time I've never had a cat, so I do not know how to shower the cat. So I cuma akan lapkan dia orang dengan wet tissue and all that, and I say, no sorry, I don't know how to do this. Kucing orang nanti apa-apa jadi, habis kita kan. So when I saw that, it was the last straw. I was like, kenapa kau nak aniaya aku macam ni? Kau tahu kan? So that's why all this binatang and all this feeling of berat and kotor is because jin kan suka tempat yang kotor. So kau kelilingkan aku dengan najis. Macam mana I bersihkan pun, no wonder every single time I tak boleh tidur, I felt so heavy, so disturbed pasal I think walaupun benda tu tak kacau I, but dia orang ada di situ. The moment I left and pindah ke tempat lain, orang tu belum balik, I clear out my room. I just quickly emergency find a place to stay. And then diorang balik, diorang marah kat I, kenapa you keluar tak gini? I said, you fikir sendiri lah. No, but that was my experience of knowing when a place is heavy with negativity.
I see.
Yeah, so that was another, tak nampak apa-apa, tapi rasa je macam berat je, tak boleh tidur, mimpi sentiasa. So tapi benda tu alhamdulillah tak ganggu kita lah. But they are just there.
Wah, so macam gitu benda-benda tempat keras-keras you rasa macam kotor-kotor, you rasa something tak selesa. So selagi nak tanya lagi kat sini.
Kat sini dia
sebab dia ada combine kat tak nak cakap lah kat you.
But dia berat on off. So maybe it's lalu lalang.
Yes.
Yeah. So kalau heavy constantly, you know dia ada. Kalau dia berat sekejap ada tu means dia lalu lalang.
Singgah sana lah kan. Rumah ialah mana-mana lah.
Yeah, which is biasa, right?
Sebab apa tau? Syafi. Sebab tu saya tengok dia kat belakang dia ada apa. Sebab Syafi ceritakan, semalam dia ceritakan, dia tengah duduk something dengan Ryan. And then terus dia terperasan kat sebelah sana, kerusi tu kan, ada orang gitu. Budak kecil nampak?
Bongok. Astagfirullah.
Anak je dia kasih. Kan? Budak kecil.
Budak kecil ke siapa?
Tak ada, tak kata siapa. Kau masam.
Siapa sekat sini suka budak kecil?
Suka budak kecil? Nanti tak pedofil pula.
Maknanya suka kanak-kanak. Kan?
Sebab tu dia itu anti-aging. Happy je. Sebab tu agaknya budak-budak tu suka agaknya. Sisih tak payahlah. Okay, bagi I think kita
nak rap.
Boleh.
Okay, ada satu interesting.
Boleh.
Okay, so there are actually 2 more interesting stories. So my last house or my current house in KL is a condo and bilik tidur tu dia sliding tau. So my katil, dia buka macam tu je katil. Okay. So and depan tu akan ada kerusi sofa, lepas tu TV.
Alright.
So I stay there alone and I suka tidur buka pintu. So pintu akan macam tu. So I live in that house long time and tak ada apa-apa pun. Kadang-kadang ada singgah-singgah macam tu.
Bagi akses mana? Kaki kat mana?
Dekat arah Damansara.
Okay.
My current house lah. So I will always sleep. Memang katil is in a position where kaki tu menghadap pintu. I know you're not supposed to do that, but then dah macam tu kan. So kita tawakal je lah. Dah berapa hari when I am lying down while doing my work on the bed, I will always see on the sofa tu ada orang duduk kat situ. Facing the TV for a few days dah. But I buat bodoh lah. I buat bodoh. Saya mungkin kau penat sangat kau terbayang-bayang kau. Macam kita, no matter what, we try to not admit it lah. So hoping the thing will go away. So hari kedua pun macam tu, hari ketiga tu macam tu. So on the 4th ke 5th day macam tu, that day I was really tired. I was tired and so I tidur. It was close to, it was after Maghrib. It was after Maghrib, then I lie down. Pasal I bila jalan pun I tahu dia. Bila I lalu sofa pun I tahu dia ada kat situ. And then I also nampak macam budak kecil lari.
Dia ikut siapa?
Bila budak kecil dia ikut siapa? So tapi I ignore it lah because still it does not disturb me or hurt me kan. So then on that night yang I penat sangat tu, I was half awake, half asleep. So bila I baring macam tu, macam kita kalau half awake, half asleep, we can envision ourselves tempat kat situ juga kan. So I nampak kat situ and clearly nampak perempuan tua tu dekat depan, dekat sofa tu facing the TV and dia budak dekat sebelah. So dia cakap macam ni. Dia ingat kita tak tahu yang dia boleh nampak kita. I know that I half awake, half asleep. So I dah start baca ayat kursi pelan-pelan tau. Itu dia kata, budak tu kat sini kan, dia pusing. Dia tengok I. I dah tak boleh gerak kan. Saya okay apa ni, keluar je lah. Habis tu dia kata, dia cakap dengan budak tu, dia tak suka kita kat sini. Tapi dia ingat dia boleh halau kita. Dia ingat kita akan pergi. Then I was like, tu dia tengah baca, dia ingat dia boleh lawan kita. So I was like, kau hajarnya kau. So I just continue baca. And it was difficult, you know, because dia orang lawan kan, so you want to sebut a'udzubillahi, itu pun struggle. And you know that you have to make sure dalam hati tu dia akan sampai mulut kita boleh ada suara. So kalau tak, maknanya we are still fighting kan. So I was reading the ayat kursi and all that. Bila I was like Allahu la ilaha illa huwa hayyul qayyum la ta'khudhuhu, I think my third line. Dia bangun, dia datang, dia macam dia don't even walk lah, dia macam terus pump dekat depan pintu and was really big now. Dengan kuku dia panjang, it came to my leg, dia grab satu kaki macam tu, dia angkat tinggi and I could feel my body through my leg was floating. So I think it's my roh lah. My roh was floating up and I continued to baca laju and I macam nak fight and kuat lah. So on my 3rd ke 4th line macam tu, then dia kalah. And I could feel my body slowly floating downwards. Lepas tu I masuk dalam badan and macam then I can breathe and I can feel that I'm awake and I continue. My voice dah kuat dah. Maknanya I tengah dalam tidur tu, I tengah baca. So my voice continue and I continue habis baca tu. Terus I duduk, then calm myself down. I was like, okay, was I dreaming? Is this real? Ke mimpi yang terlampau vivid? I bangun, buka lampu and then look around, check whether it's still there. And then tapi I rasa something macam kena grab on my leg kan. So rasa kena grab tu ada. So macam kita kena grab physically. I tengok dekat kaki I,
blue black, ada tanda?
Ada tanda kuku and it's blue black. Lebam for about 3-4 days. So that one was another one experience. So this last one is, I think, is very interesting. That one is dekat KL, so that means quite recent lah, macam 3 years ago. This one is during the time that I was sick. yang I sakit 10 tahun I was sick tu. So in my old house, and I think my sister has described our room kan. So during that time, yang dia kata dia tidur dinding kat sini and then pintu, dia tidur kepala dekat pintu. I took over her bed, but my feet is to the door. Okay, so this is wall. Dekat ujung wall tu, ujung kaki tu akan ada switch lampu and then pintu macam tu. Okay. So during that time is the time where I was very sick. And then a lot of things happen and all that. So it's also around Maghrib time. After Maghrib, dah solat, 7:30 I tidur. It's around 8 macam tu. I knew that I turned off the light when I want to go sleep. Okay. So bila I tidur, I was so tired, and I don't know, in my dream I was walking around. In my dream talking to someone. And then tiba-tiba in my dream, I dengar orang menjerit. Like macam shrieking menjerit tau. Then I cakap, siapa yang jerit tu dalam mimpi? And I was walking this direction. Tu ada orang tepuk bangun I. Ada orang jerit tu. Dia kata, tu lah, siapa yang jerit? Dia kata, kau baik pergi. So I was like, okay lah. So I went back. So it's as if I went back to my body lah kan, to wherever I'm supposed to go to wake up lah. This is the first time I experienced this, and it's like, wow, I learned so much from it. Bila I masuk balik, and it's really bila orang kata roh tu daripada embun-embun kan, daripada kepala kita keluar daripada situ kan, there's only one way for you to go out. So this is me experiencing it first hand. So I was waking up, so I literally felt myself in slow motion masuk balik dalam badan, because I was lying down like this, I was masuk balik macam ni, and then macam ni slowly tau, in slow motion, and at the same time I saw something coming out. So macam kita macam ni tau. And then when these things came out, it was so bright. Dia terang gila. And I was like, macam slow down, macam apa benda ni kan. So my eyes will follow it. So my eyes ikut dia naik atas macam tu keluar. Terang gila. And then I buka mata, and my mata was still looking up because following tengok benda tu. And the room was so bright. And then I realised the person who was screaming was me. And my body, I tengah baring macam ni kan, my tangan tengah macam ni tau. And I menjerit, macam tu. I menjerit. And at the same time ni keluar, so my body still continue menjerit lah. And then when I realised it was me, it was so menggerunkan. I take my selimut and cover my face. And I was like, kenapa bilik ni terang? Bilik terang menderang macam buka lampu. Bila I tutup macam ni, I buka balik pasal I want to call my dad kan. Baru my eyes macam adjust balik to the actual situation. It was dark. So the light that shine my room was from that thing. So it even make the room as if it's fully ada cahaya lah. Then because, and to confirm that bilik tu gelap, because my dad masuk, my dad buka lampu, dia kata, Elfa, kenapa kau jerit? Then I was like, astaghfirullahaladzim, a'udzubillahiminasyaitanirrajim. I was like, menggigil. I tak tahu what happened, but clearly I know that thing was Pontianak. And that was, yes, because I know, macam kita boleh rasa siapa yang masuk badan kita. So that was the first time I feel that something successfully entered my body and took over. Macam sebelum-sebelum ni, diorang macam kat sebelah je, try to control. Tapi that was the first time. And I think dia menjerit because dia tak boleh. Kan kalau diorang
macam panas ke apa ke, correct.
So dia macam nak try, lepas tu dia keluar kan. So, and after that, the feeling, your body ni, badan ni, rasa macam, you know baju yang orang pernah pakai? You know orang pakai baju you. You know that orang ni, ada orang dah pinjam baju you. Bila you pakai, you rasa baju tu dah dipinjam. Do you know that feeling? Oh, you tak ada Korang tak ada Macam kasut second hand, you tahu benda yang dah terpakai. Benda yang dah terpakai orang. Dia bukan baru tau, bukan you punya terpakai. That is exactly what I feel for a month. Badan ni rasa macam dah terpakai orang lain. Then I was like, now I know benda ni kalau apa-apa, walaupun dia jin ke apa, dia cahaya, dia terang sebenarnya. And then dia tak boleh masuk barang kita. And then benda macam tu lah. And then roh memang masuk dekat melalui embun-embun. So I was like, interesting. That was one of the things that I tak akan dapat lupakan.
Yeah. Good experience
Kan?
Okay Syafiq, jangan masuk badan orang Tak boleh menjerit sebab
Sempit. Sorry, terkontinue. Tak sengaja.
Okay, kalau you all semua nak macam mana tahu Eva ni mesti banyak cerita kan? Kau nak panggil dia balik ke untuk podcast special lagi kan? Lagi lama, okay, komen kat bawah ni. Kita memang tahu insyaAllah kalau rezeki kita panggil balik. Sebab dengar-dengar lepas drama shoot Bidadari ni sekarang ni, you ada plan nak balik ke KL kan? Untuk
Yes,
kan?
insyaAllah, yes.
Ya, itulah dia.
Yeah.
Mana tahu before ke, kita dekan lagi ke, kita tahu insyaAllah kalau rezeki. Adik-beradik special kena ruqyah dengan ustaz.
Boleh?
Ruqyah session
Nervous tu.
Nervous. Okey, tak ada. Okey, apa-apa pun terima kasih banyak. Seperti biasa, orang yang kau datang ni kita tak akan kasih orang pulang dengan tangan kosong.
Alah, tak apa, kita lah exchange.
Sama, okey lah ni.
Okay.
Nak cakap apa semasa ni?
Tak ada.
Explain lah dengan orang apa-apa ke.
Oh, sementara.
Sementara.
You all can get this from Shopee. Support my business, small business, insyaAllah. Semoga kalau dapat manfaat from taking this, pasal ada banyak orang kasih positive feedback pasal ni pun makanan sunnah, 𝗔𝗃𝗵𝗵, antara makanan-makanan sunnah yang Allah turunkan daripada syurga. Jadi khasiat yang kita tahu ni masya-Allah, yang kita tak tahu, yang zahir tu kita tahu, tapi yang batin kalau diturunkan daripada syurga mesti ada yang khasiat yang gaib, yang rahsia. So cuba insya-Allah doa bila minum ni, apapun makanan pun kalau kita doa, insyaAllah dia akan berikan manfaat pada kita. Thank you.
Okay, nampak tak datang just nice?
Oh, Masya Allah.
Okay, ini dululah. Daripada Neat Twist Bake. Dia macam pretzel.
Pretzel.
Yeah.
Neat, twist and bake. Oh, mesti sedap.
Apa tulis kat situ
Pretzel made fresh on the day of delivery. Best consumed within 3 hours at room temperature. Dah 3 hours belum?
Bawah dia, tepi dia apa?
Okay, dia punya Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad, IG. Neat, KNEAD, twist bake. So kalau you all nak minat, is from the IG.
Sedap
Okay, nanti kita share. Okay.
Tak apa.
Apakah?
Ni memang favourite saya. Selalu order juga lepas the sponsor. Sebab suka cinnamon dia. Baking soba.
Wow, it looks so good.
Dia cakap kalau nak sebelum makan boleh preheat ke apa gitu.
Wow, this one looks so good. I memang suka cinnamon rolls. Tapi yang ini cinnamon rolls yang ada topping dia memang macam penuh macam tu.
Yeah.
Baking soba. Masya Allah.
Oh,
Thank you.
Ni mana tadi Ni yang itu
I think this one is...
Right.
No, baking soba, this one. So dia kasih s'mores, cookies and creams and 𝗏𝗏𝗵𝗏. Thank you.
Nah, ni boleh letak kat fridge lah kalau nak. Lepas tu nak beli rumah ke nak jual rumah. Daripada 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝐻.
Thank you. Alhamdulillah. Thank you Puaka team.
Kan? Dan ini daripada The Malayan Council dan juga Fortune Cookie. Untuk awak.
Nice. Thank you. Masya Allah. Malayan Council $100 voucher.
Terima kasih Hafiz.
Terima kasih.
Tak drive kan?
Tak.
Siapa drive? Your parents ke apa?
I drive lah. I drive my dad's car.
Okay, kalau ada kereta bagus. Ni dia untuk awak juga. Kau terus tanya.
Oh, ni hanya kalau ada kereta.
Kau tak ada tu simpanan tak kasi Perangai buruk saya gitu.
Kan?
Okay, ini antibacterial sterilizer.
Bagus. My dad smokes in the car. We need to sterilize the car.
So daripada Essendor Autolution.
Kat kaki.
Marco Bassett.
Masya Allah. Thank you very much, everybody.
Dan
apa lagi, plastik?
Plastik tak adalah. Satu lagi ini, dia cakap, saya minta sponsor kan. Lepas tu dia cakap dulu the first kali awak jadi dia punya endorse awak. So this is for you.
What's this?
Time to Hijrah. Dia macam get together balik gitu
Masya Allah. When they first started, memang I was the first few to jadi dia punya ambassador.
Kau nak buka boleh? Sebab dia cakap ini dia keluarkan 50 pieces saja.
Masya Allah.
So limited edition.
They're very good brand. And they have progressed so well. Allahu Akbar. Macam nak buka tangan gigit.
Kau. Dan satu lagi.
Apa tu? Tu tak apa?
Belajar nyanyi lah organ kan.
Macam nervous je. This is so beautiful. Masya Allah. Tada.
Ada colour-colour biru
Dia macam teal grey. Very nice. It smells nice.
Kena dengan
baju. Thank you very much.
Ini daripada The Mat King.
Comel.
Tak pernah kan orang nak pergi semua mengeluh macam mana aku nak bawa balik gitu.
Kenapa besar sangat ni apa?
Entah.
Entah.
Alas kaki macam gitu. Boleh?
Masya Allah. Okay.
So,
so
ni dia.
Nice.
Kalau siapa nak kan, bolehlah ke Mat King.
Mat King. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, itu saja untuk hari ini.
Thank you very much.
Boleh ke?
Boleh.
Tak bawa lah. Nanti kita settlekan. Boleh
Boleh.
Sama nampak dia gini.
Nampak ke tak? Tak nampak. Apa lagi? Cari lagi ke?
Cari apa? Dia cuma takut benda terlupa. Okay, itu saja. Tak ada siapa lagi. Terima kasih banyak sekali lagi. Bagi anda semua, korang semua kat rumah, jangan lupa kalau nak tengok Eva berlakon, nak tengok Sani, Hussein, Rafa'an Hamzah, tengok saya, tengok Syarif Wahid, Suhaila Salam, Fa'lia Waludin pun datang balik.
Oh ya ke?
Ada.
Lama tak.
Lepas tu ada siapa lagi? Jenny.
Oh, Jenny also.
Kalau Jenny nama stage kan? Fazlina. Fazliana. Minta maaf lah Jenny. Itulah kau sebab Jenny lupa.
Kan?
Kakaknya Fatin Amira. Dan ramai lagi. Ada Kak Min, Amina. Dan ramai lagi lah. Banyak lagi.
Banyak kas.
Cerita nama drama tu Bidadari. Jeng. Dan satu lagi, 8 Januari, korang semua akan berhibur hati dengan artis Januari pula. 8 Februari korang akan berhibur hati dengan artis, pelakon, pengacara ataupun influencer. Diorang nak lawan nyanyi dalam Berani Nyanyi. Dan host mereka untuk itulah Najib Ali, Era Farida dan juga Hafiz, Bonda Mak Temah tu kan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, judge dia, power. Ada Aisyah.
Aisyah Aziz.
Ada Haru Anwar. Ada Rosalina. Ada Syaikal. Ada Kuma.
Oh, Masya Allah.
Ada... Boleh reveal kan ni? Dia judge saja kan? Ada lagi satu judge lah gitu kan. So, kita nak tengok diorang jadi judge. Judge pelakon, pengacara, influencer yang cuba nak nyanyi. Diorang pun nak nyanyi juga, nak cuba nasib. Dah tak laku mungkin?
Astagfirullah.
So, nak jadi penyanyi lah kan? Kalau penyanyi ni pelakon. Sekarang diorang terbalikkan.
Pasal kat Malaysia kan sekarang trend macam tu. Jadi kita Singapura nak kena ikut trend lah.
Ikut trend. Okay, satu lagi terima kasih banyak. Dan jangan lupa support Eva dengan punya produk. Slurps dan juga Sweet Tooth. Boleh. Dan kalau you all nak beli barang-barang daripada pihak penaja yang sponsor kami ni semua, boleh ke Instagram mereka semua. Makan diorang semua sedap. Dan itu saja. Ingat, terima kasih.
Sama-sama.
Banyak kerana sudi share. Dan kalau korang nak beli merch Puaka, silakan ke puakasg@gmail.com. Kalau ada apa-apa saranan, nak jadi tamu ke apa saja, boleh ke puakasg@gmail.com. Dan Susu TVC tak lama lagi akan keluarkan satu lagi video konten berupa permainan game show Bodoh ke Pandai. Macam tu. You nak masuk jadi contestant? Boleh. Nanti saya bagi tahu bila. Okey? Bodoh ke Pandai? Okey, cubalah nasib nanti. Okey. Jangan lupa jaga diri, puaka tak kenal usia. Bye.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Kita dah dengar cerita-cerita tadi yang disampaikan dan begitu seram juga ceritanya. Tapi poin-poin yang akan saya sebutkan, insya-Allah perhatikan dan kita amalkan. Yang pertama adalah apa? Jika kalian start untuk nampak benda-benda, nampak makhluk-makhluk tertentu ataupun nampak diri daripada tempat yang jauh, nampak roh kita keluar daripada badan kita dan lain-lainnya, cek dulu pertama ke doktor dulu, just in case kalau ada any medical attention. Yang kedua adalah cek dengan peruqyah-peruqyah yang ikut kepada syariat Islam, iaitu peruqyah-peruqyah syar'iyah. Jangan kita ke dukun-dukun ataupun bomoh-bomoh ataupun orang-orang yang tak tentu ataupun kita tak tahu di mana ataupun daripada siapa yang dia belajar pengobatan tersebut. Kalau ada unsur-unsur sihir, kalau ada unsur-unsur jampi-jampi, kalau ada unsur-unsur pertanyaan seperti siapa nama mak dan lain-lainnya, maka kalau boleh jauhkan daripada perukiah-perukiah ataupun yang selalu jampi-jampi dan lain-lainnya dengan adanya asap-asap tertentu ataupun sesajen ataupun sajian-sajian tertentu yang dihidangkan, yang disiapkan bagi jin-jin yang membantu untuk menyembuhkan pesakit tersebut. Jauhkan orang-orang seperti itu, dekatkan dengan orang-orang yang taat pada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala dan juga yang ikut kepada ruqyah syar'iyyah. Jadi, apapun, jangan takut kepada mereka, tapi takutlah pada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Bye-bye.